I feel like I'm losing my mind. Is everybody in the world blind? Please, Lord, give me a sign, a sign.
All right. Your boy Trigger Man back in the lab. And today, what we have here, today, man, we're gonna be doing this black F-150. I had a subscriber a couple weeks back say that he's getting too much orange peel in black vehicles. And too much orange peel and they're coming out dirty. So I figure we'll go ahead and try to help the guy out. You dig? So what we're gonna do, I'm gonna get this here all set up and we're gonna try to help him out. Okay? So that's what we're gonna do, man, today. That's what we're gonna do today. See if we can help this dude out. Because nobody likes a black paint job that looks like crap. So, and this is the F-150. This here actually has a little peel in it from the factory, but it's a little older, and I don't think the customer's gonna mind. I don't think the customer will mind if we make it a little flat. You dig? So we're gonna flatten this one out and try to get it as clean as possible. I'm not gonna automatically say, yeah, we're gonna make this sucker clean, because sometimes it don't always go that way. Yeah, sometimes we plan to get them clean and they be everything but that. So at least I know I get it flat. We're gonna flatten it out for them. We're gonna give you some tips to flatten it out. But clean, you know what I'm saying? That'd be a roll of the dice, man. Especially up in here with this old dinosaur. But now I can get it clean. If I want it clean, I get it clean. Matter of fact, we're gonna make it clean. You know what I'm saying? We'll get it clean, boy. Let them know, Trigger Man, get his stuff clean if you want it. Ain't no roll of the dice. Ain't no roll of the dice. We're gonna get it clean. We're gonna get it clean and nothing in between. You dig? But anyway, I'm gonna go ahead, finish playing with this here, and we're gonna get to it. All right. Okay, here we go. Okay, first off, what you wanna do when you have your vehicle, if you're primed, make sure your primer is flat. Make sure that primer is flat. You don't want primer that has texture in it, no orange peel. Make sure it's flat and make sure it's a solid foundation ready for paint so you don't have to seal it. Okay, when you apply your primer, make sure there's enough buildup of primer on there so once you block it down and then you go back and you fine tune it with your sanding, your scuffing, that you really have as less burn throughs as possible that will give you a reason to even have to go back and seal it. As soon as you start adding sealer, believe it or not, it will start to add a little bit of texture, a little orange peel, you know, through the application. You will get it. And then wet bed. You don't need a wet bed on black. I know some painters use it, but if you believe in Trigger Man and my no BS method with you guys, I don't BS you at all. And most of y'all know that, man. I'm transparent with everything. You don't need wet bed on no black, you know? Painters that use it, you can ask them why they use it. I don't know, but you don't need it. Sometimes when you, like say, I don't know if you can see it, it's like a white haze, you know. Sometimes there's that, you gotta make sure all of that is off of your panel. You know, sometimes when they grease and wax remove it and they don't change rags or they don't use 2 rags, you know, I always like to use 2 rags. And I'm still trying to get more prepping, or actually any prepping videos done to show you guys this stuff. I know it's hard for me to tell you it when I don't really do it because I'm strictly just in the booth. We have a prepper, but I'm working on that, trust me. Yeah, I like to use 2 rags, one wipe it, one take everything off so you don't have that white residue. So basically, make sure there's no orange peel in either panel, no residue, don't need a wet bed, no sealer if you don't need it, okay? So that's first. I'm gonna go get the paint out and I'm gonna bring you guys and show you how I do the paint mixture for a flatter finish, so. Okay, so what I do first, go ahead and mix up my base. So this here is 6 ounces, 200 milliliters. Okay, so first start out with that. And then what I do, I will go with a slow base reducer. So what we'll do. Okay. And then what you want to do, always keep your tack rag either in a can, some kind of container, a Ziploc, and I use a Ziploc. Keep it in a Ziploc. Then what you want to do is when you do tack rag, when you tack, don't start going off fast with it. You know, just slowly bring the rag over everything. All of your plastic. Because when you start going off fast with it, you're building up that static charge, and then you have to, you know, either use one of those anti-static guns, which I don't have, or use your different type of cleaners that, you know, get rid of that static charge. You know, just go nice and slow with it, hit everything. You know, it's okay to tack. You know, some people say that, you know, when you tack more, you build up that charge. You know, the faster you go, that's what builds that charge up. Sanding. Whether it's sanding the DA or whether it's sanding, you know, by hand. Either way, sanding on the panel, rubbing on the panel, that's what builds up that charge. You know, you don't necessarily have to do every job like this, but those ones that you really want to, well, I guess come out clean. You want every job to come out clean, so. Duh, trigger man. Duh, trigger man. What damn job do you really want dirty, right? You did. Okay, and what you're gonna wanna do first, put your first coat on light. Put your first coat real light. It's gonna be a little more transparent than you're used to, depending on the brand that you use. As you know, with my paints, most of the time, it's coverage in the first coat, especially on these darker colors. But with this, it may take me 2-3 coats just to even get the coverage. So we'll see how that goes and go from there. Okay, then also what you're gonna wanna do, whether you feel them or not, they're in there. Take your piece of 1000, keep your tack rag close. Just lightly go over everything. Remember, don't sand all fast and hard and cause all type of friction and static to start over again. just want to go over everything lightly, slow. Everything is smooth here. Everything is smooth. You just want to hit a little head of whatever dirt that's on there. And that's it. Take your tack rag. Again, soft, soft, not fast. Slow and steady. Slow and steady wins the race. That's all you want to do. That's all you want to do. And you will see some scratches underneath. You know, you'll see light scratches and stuff, but don't pay that stuff no mind. That's just what it looks like with black. And then also it's thinned out even a little more, so you'll see even more of them, but it's no big deal, okay? Tacked off and get right back to another 2-3 coats.
14 PSI. We're rolling with 14 PSI on this last coat. I actually just went ahead and doubled it up, went all the way down and back up with it, and that was it. That's all I did after the 1000 scuff. That's it. The base was laying out real smooth, real nice. So we are ready for takeoff after this. Had to bring the old DV1 out, sitting around collecting dust. Showing you what it looks like after that. It's a little blend, nothing crazy, nothing crazy.
Okay, so I went out of the booth, went and did some other stuff. I gave this an extended amount of time. Again, it's slow base reducer, so you want to give it an extended amount of time. If you go to put clear on, anything you sprayed with slow base reducer, whether it be metallics, pearls, black, anything, you go to put your clear on too fast, man, you got a whole nother problem there. So give it an extended amount of time. Make sure it's dry. And so with the clear is just a normal mix. I didn't do anything different with the clear. Only thing I did was that base reducer, I over-reduced it 10-15%. That's all that I did different. Otherwise, clear is just normal mix. And what I'm doing, I'm gonna spray this with this here A&I Black Skull Edition. Not that this is nothing so fancy to where I'm doing this because I want to get a flat finish, but just really just show you guys, man, you just pretty much pull any gun out and you get the results, you know what I'm saying? And I've sprayed with this maybe 3 times, 4 times on the channel total in the years that I've had it. Probably about a year I had it. But anyway, so yeah, man, so it ain't no big deal. And I'm using a 1.3 clear cap, and that's it. Nothing fancy, nothing crazy. So I'm gonna give this another tack, final tack. I'm gonna go ahead and tack it off nice and slow, and then we'll go ahead and shoot 2 coats of clear and see what we got.
Boop. And be sure to get your plastic, especially on your last coat. Get your plastic or your paper, whatever you use to mask off the vehicle. Not necessarily in front of it or behind it, like on the fender or the quarter panel, but definitely on top of it. Whatever dirt is up there will fall down onto the panel. And again, nice and slow, steady. You don't start wiping off fast. And then on the A&I Skull, I'm going at 33 PSI. That's at the digital gauge, 33 PSI. It's roughly about the same pressure that I sprayed the A&I F160. Like these A&I guns, they like a little more pressure. You know, I have my first A&I spray gun is what I bought since I started this channel. I had never used these guns prior to that. They're pretty good guns so far, man. I like them. They fit in the hand pretty good. They shape and the fit in the hand almost kind of reminds me of a Sata Jet. So a pretty good gun. and they spray similar to them as well. Okay, go with my second and final coat. And this is a 1.3 tip needle and cap. I actually ordered a 1.4 for this. Again, you know, I like to move a little faster, so I got that on the way. Actually, it's on back order and it will be here next month. But yeah, I like a little bit more speed. And with these guns, you have to change the tip, the nozzle, and the needle. It comes like a 3-part kit. And to my knowledge, I don't think any other gun has that. Maybe Sata, I'm not sure. But yeah, I mean, normally, you know, sometimes you can just swap out a nozzle or a needle and nozzle, put the whole setup, the cap, everything. Just backing out in the fluid a little. But yeah, so the kit includes everything, man. Needle, nozzle, and cap. Yeah, I need me a 1.4 there, man. I like to move a little bit faster. A little bit. A tad bit. Yeah, so that's what we're looking like there. Not too bad, not too bad, not too bad.
What they really want from the trigger, let me know. All right, that's what we looking like. That's what we looking like on the F-150. F-150, not too shitty. Yeah, I know. For the most part, he clean. For the most part, he clean. He clean. Couple little specks, couple little boogers. You know what I mean? Little boogers. But for the most part, man, yeah, all right. Especially for the little kind of clear we use, you know, kind of middle of the lane, maybe a little under the middle, but he still get it. You know what I mean? And if you're wondering, like, I've been spraying this clear for 10 years. I never had a redo, nothing come back. It may not be the top, whatever, you know, everybody, the divas like the top, whatever, and get the brag on the clear like they made the clear or manufactured it or whatever, but I never had to do a redo in 10 years. Nothing ever came back and was faded or something, you know what I'm saying? I see them years later when the customers come back for other stuff and they still look just as good. So, you know, for the money, which I don't have to pay for it anyway, you know, I just spray it. But like if you guys out there paying for your clear to do a job for this here, I think it's like $190 or something for a kit. Big tall thing of clear and activator. Like, it's okay, man. You know what I mean? It's okay. It's okay. So those are just a few of the tips, little things I do when I want a job to come out clean, fairly clean, minimal orange peel. Remember, you're always gonna have some type of orange peel on the, you know, the side panels. You know, a hood, roof, trunk, you know, you could get a little flatter. But on the side of a panel for 2 coats of clear, I mean, I think that's good, you know. As you go to putting 3, 4 coats and then solving pops and then you get runs and you got a whole bunch of other problems that you don't want. So I feel like it's pretty good. But yeah, man. So that's my little things, my little tips and tricks I do, you know. Hopefully it helps somebody out there. And on that note, your boy Trick, we're gonna pull it out in the morning. So when I get here in the morning, we're gonna pull it out, see what it look like. So you guys won't be like, oh, it didn't hold up, or, you know what I'm saying? You know how people live, man, out there, little, that's Trigger, you know what I mean? The doubters. Catch y'all in the morning. Boop. All right, what we looking like out the door? What we looking like out the door next morning, top of the morning to you, top of the morning to you. Top of the morning to you.
Now I moved it at a different angle for you because the sun was beating directly onto it. So I pulled it up a little closer to the booth. You know, again, switching it around, showing you different angles. I don't want you to be like, oh, the sun was beating too hard and I couldn't really see how the texture was. Now I'm going to turn the vehicle around and put it in the shade a little bit so the sun's not even beating directly on it.
All right, what we looking like? What we looking like? Too bad, too bad. Hey there. Oh, yeah. Ain't too shabby. What side panel? Yeah. That's what it is, man. Next day, outside, flowed out, real nice. Yeah, that's a wrap, man. Catch y'all in the next one.
Yeah, so that's what we looking like, man. Like a sheet of glass. That's with the Amtech ProSpray Clear we use. There will be a link in the description if you wanted to pick you up some. Yeah, man. So nothing fancy, none of the old high dollar stuff. You know, I know some people, like I said in the video, they like to brag about, oh, I use Sickens and PPG. And yes, they are great products. I enjoyed spraying with them when I did. You know, they're not using that at this shop. So I had to take what I have at this shop and make it look like glass, just like I did with those other products, man. You know what I mean? So get nothing reduced. I didn't add no extra reducer, try to flow nothing out. Didn't have to use the DV1, you know, wall comes, gold, you know what I'm saying? Just regular old gun that I hardly even use. So you guys can definitely make it work with whatever you got, man. You know, you just got to learn that product, learn your materials, play around with those materials, see what works for you, and that's it. And on that note, your boy Trigger signing off. Please like, share, subscribe. I ask that you please tell a friend. And after doing so, please tell his girlfriend. Peace.